Yo, we back after missing a week. What happened?
Oh, shit.
Grand Theft Auto 6 just dropped and it ruined the entire internet. And of course, we have the one and only, the lovely JAY ALEXAA back in the building. Episode 45 of Queued Up Podcast, baby. Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you.
Queued up.
Yo, holiday season. We are back.
We back.
The squad in the building. My dog Calvert Production. Where you been?
Hey, I've been on tour.
Okay.
You been busy.
I got engaged and then just, on a world tour.
Just left.
Just,
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Leaving one of you got engaged and forgot about one of your, you know what I'm saying? Got about one of your very popular children, aka the podcast.
That's
right?
not true. I miss y'all, man. I'm happy to be back.
Happy to have you back, big dog.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Artie Reeps, you back in the building.
I'm back in the building.
There you go. Wearing Authentics too. Shout out to my boy
Authentics.
Chris.
Hey.
Shout out to the boy.
Young Gibber, Gibby Visions.
Mm-hmm.
How many followers you at?
116.
Woo!
I think it's going up quicker. I think we're seeing some exponential growth.
Shout out to my brother DJ Southpaw chilling with us. Okay,
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying. And then my boy, I can't even call you Jesus Crust because you changed your IG handle, but you're still part of the leader of the Crustables. My boy Chewy. Always will forever be Jesus Christ. But Chewy's wearing a Sacramento Kings jersey, and I cannot forgive you for that. I'm wearing Sun shit. So when I finally wear Sun stuff, you're not even wearing nothing?
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
Okay.
Come
All
on,
right.
bro. Kings won, too.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm repping winning teams here.
Okay, whatever. And then we have the lovely Miss JAY ALEXAA. But before we get back to why you're here for round two, we gotta wait 1 second. We gotta hold on 1 second. Okay.
Round 2 on the sexy red.
Round 2 on the big sexy red couch. Is what we call the couch.
Okay.
Sexy red. It's prettier than, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice couch. Episode 45. Welcome, man. We are so happy to have you guys back. We are in the building. You guys are now locked into the Queued Up Podcast. I had to make sure I said it. There's just so many things, so much energy is going around. Sorry for us not being here last week. If you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple Music, I was DJing a holiday party. Chewy had to go get his hair braided. You know what I'm saying? Artie.
I had to, take a little hiatus.
Artie went low key. Artie was up in the hills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was up in the mountains.
You got to do it sometimes.
Purifying himself in the lakes of Sedona. But we're back now. We have a jam-packed episode. Hey, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, I got to remind you, please like, comment, subscribe, share this. All right, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your dog, get everybody to watch this. All right, we need to get back over 600 followers on IG. We've been kind of flirting with it. And we need 200 subscribers on YouTube. That'll be a great Christmas present, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get Gibby some new shoes, all right? He deserves it. He's a handsome young man. But, yeah, we are here. We got a GTA 6 trailer to talk about. We're going to be voting on who's been the most wildest couples of 2023 because this year's coming to an end with either Blueface or Will and Jada or Cardi and Offset. It's all a hot ass mess. And then we're doing another round of hot cues as well. The Lakers won the first ever In Season Tournament, and their fans are partying like it's like another ring. So we're going to talk about that. Bradley Beal's finally back on the court. Beal's back. Hopefully by this time.
Allegedly.
Hopefully by the time this episode airs, this does not age poorly. And then hot cues. But yes, we have the first ever return special guest that we've had is my beautiful friend, my homie JAY ALEXAA in the building.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Glad to have you back. You got new cameras and stuff too.
I
You got a new hat.
We got a whole setup. It's looking very expensive, very luxurious.
We didn't pay nothing for this. Don't tell the guys that let us use this.
Finessed.
So ever since we last talked, a few months ago, I know you've been all over the place, all over the states and stuff like that, doing your thing, creating content. What's really been new in your world? How's everything been going?
Good. I'm super busy. Shout out to Southpaw, my manager, keeping me busy, keeping me on track.
Nice.
I've been doing a lot of appearances. Right now, we just finished the donation drive.
Sorry about that.
So that went really well. We're going to start handing them out to those in need, I think, Friday. Yeah, just keeping busy, meeting people. It's been really cool.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There you go. Okay. You excited for Christmas time, holiday season? You got any big plans?
Yeah, I'll be here with my family for Christmas. I don't really celebrate Christmas. We're not going to get into politics, but
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah. But I am excited for New Year's. Always start a new year off right. New goals, new transitions. But yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you date a guy who really, really likes anime?
Yeah. The guys.
Oh God!
Already coming
The
with
guys,
it.
no, but the guys that I have dated have always been into anime.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so
I had to
like-
do that for the community. You know, I had to.
Oh God!
You know, we had to do one.
Thank the Lord you said yes, because if you didn't, we might go viral again.
Do you feel like it gives them any qualities that you like?
Yeah, I think they're usually more like creative. They're a little bit more fun. And it's just a topic that you can definitely talk about amongst yourselves because they're like, oh yeah, we're watching this tonight, or like talking about Dragon Ball Z or talking about Attack on Titan, whatever it might be. They like to talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, let's talk about the episode. It's something that you can like bond over. I don't know. Anime fans are like a different breed.
Oh yeah, they are. I'm still getting messages from them.
I wanted to argue with her today, but I don't think I can.
Why? Wait, are you into anime too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
His middle name is Anime. Isn't
I'm
it?
so sick.
That's
At
what
this
the,
point.
the already the A is for Asian.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Why do you got like anime sculptures in your house or what?
No, I
Okay,
actually
then you're
am.
not a real fan.
I'm actually.
Damn.
I'm actually.
fighting.
I'm actually writing my own anime, and I just put out 2 comics.
snip, snap.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
So a little deeper than some little sculptures.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I feel like you guys are gonna be very competitive today, and I'm in a
He
positive.
stays offending me. I'm like, someone get him out of the room.
Hey, look, we talked about it on the show. If you guys are big in the radio, whatever the case is in the podcasting, shout out to my boy Jello. He told us, there needs to be 3 types of different types of people on air. Right? It's either the dick, the deer, or the dork. All right, and I'm not breaking any third wall because we're not pretending to be anybody. This is just who we are. I'm a dork. I'm nerd. I like video games and shit and stuff. Artie's kind of like that too, but he's more of a dick about it.
I think that stereotype has gone away though, because I know some girls are like mad baddies and they're like super into video games and stuff. I think people usually still think of girls being like dorky and stuff. That's not the case no more.
No, there's a lot of women in gaming and stuff like that. It's actually really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Why are you laughing? I'm being positive.
Because you guys always have some stereotype for everything, and I'm like, nah.
Hey.
No, not me. No.
You just said you're like, I'm dorky, I'm quirky.
No, I'm not.
That's not. No.
Okay, I'm talking about just for the layout of the
quirky.
show. I'm not talking about just in general. I am a dork, but I mean, she cooked me. Okay,
We
look,
cooking tonight.
My bad.
We're gonna be cooking. We gonna be
We
cooking because I
cooking.
love video games. All right, just like Grand Theft Auto. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
okay, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah. See, I
It's
like
been a
that.
while.
I'm not
since-
into that.
Well, I'm not into what they did. So if you guys are not familiar, Grand Theft Auto 6, after waiting years, literally wars have been fought. People have turned from children to adults. All right, the world has shifted. It's gotten 10 degrees hotter on Earth since the last Grand Theft Auto has released. And now they just finally announced a new release date for the new one coming out in 2025, Grand Theft Auto 6. And they dropped a minute 30 trailer. And you get to play as I think it's a female protagonist. I think for the first time ever.
Okay.
And you get this white boyfriend named Jason. And
Inclusive.
you live in the hood ass part of Florida, or in GTA is Vice or Miami. What is it? Vice City.
It's Vice.
Vice City. Thank you. I almost said Miami Vice. And in the trailer, I don't know if we can show it, Chewy. I don't know if you can like clip it up and show. Maybe just don't play the music.
The one with the hood on the car, or the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, girl. They had.
Sexy Red up there.
Gosh,
The first BBL. The first digital BBL.
I'm gonna say this.
She was moving.
I know they actually had jiggle physics.
They had
That's
their
where we're at.
good physics, baby.
Fucking-
They did a comparison of like what it would look like before to now, and it's so crazy. The animations are
I know.
insane.
Who was the guy getting
The
like actual
Unreal
recon
Engine.
on this shit? Who was like, yay, went to the strip club 4 times this day. Yo. GTA is gonna be great. Probably Gibby. After seeing the trailer, and I'm just gonna say this first and foremost, it's an amazing, it's crazy that this is even a video. This is where video games are at now.
Yeah.
If you remember GTA 3, when you were Tommy Vassetti, all you had was that black jacket and green pants, and it shit looked
that's right.
like a fucking look like a Lego stop motion movie.
And you know when you would get the prostitute in the car, and then you get the camera at the right angle, you could see inside the car, and it would just be sitting there, and the car be moving.
Funny
Y'all remember what
story.
I'm talking about?
Funny.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
Don't
about.
ask me why I tried to get that angle when I was a
I don't know,
kid.
this
I
man
was,
really wanted to.
I want to see.
This man like, nah, it ain't real if I don't see it.
I want to see.
I'm so sick.
Only God knows. Well, what's gonna happen if you're playing a female? Are you gonna get male prostitute?
Hell yeah.
Gosh.
Why does it have to be a girl and a guy? Here we go again.
I was just
Oh.
thinking. I was just
Where's
thinking
the
same thing, but I
inclusivity?
didn't
Is
say nothing.
GTA ready? You
I'm
doing
so
that? I
sick.
mean, I guess you can, but Okay, I don't think I don't want to go down that road.
We're gonna
okay?
start tonight.
You know what?
I think we already started.
Oh yeah, we started. But no, you made me lose my train of thought.
That's like
real quick. No, I have a funny story about that whole what you would do in Grand Theft Auto. Look, this show ain't for kids. If you're a kid, don't stop watching.
Scroll.
My dad, when I was a kid, I was playing GTA 3, all right? And, like, I picked up a woman of the evening, you know what I'm saying? Took her to the alley, did what I had to do. I had to get my health up, all right? My health was low.
Wait, pause. I've never played the game. You can actually do it with them?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's
yeah.
a thing. It's a real thing.
I did not know
If
that.
you're a
Real
real
thing.
one, you get the baseball bat, and then you get your money back, all right?
I don't think you could say that.
You go get a refund.
I don't think you could say that.
In the video game
in the
world,
I know, but,
ignorance.
but that happens in real. I don't think you
Okay,
can say
all
that.
right,
I don't
look.
think you can say that. G.
Do not take anything we're saying seriously, okay? If anybody's ever
Just cut that
offended,
whole
yeah.
part out.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm look,
but it's a we're joking.
What did
but
Matt Rife
it's
just
a
get
real-
canceled for?
But that's the whole point of
Domestic
Grand Theft Auto.
violence.
Grand Theft Auto is meant to like mimic what real life is, and is like a parody of it. It's like South Park, but you're playing it. It's fucked up. It is.
Did you guys just not watch that special?
which one?
Matt Rife. He got canceled for talking about domestic violence.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's totally canceled. Like, it's all
Yeah,
over TikTok, all over
100%.
Instagram.
What did
I
he
didn't see
say?
it special, but I
He's
seen
out.
the backlash from it. Yeah, they got him out of here quickly, and rightfully so. Because no, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
What did he say? What was he? What did he
If
say?
you, when you're that big, that's
He
different.
said
But we don't
that-
condone any type of violence for anybody.
He
We do
said
not
that,
condone it.
I think something about Waffle House. There was like a girl that was hosting, and that he was like, she had a black eye from getting hit.
Oh.
And so then he was like, well, if you were actually in the kitchen, then you wouldn't have gotten a black eye.
Damn.
So I was like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, come on, dog. That's a low hanging fruit joke. Like, it's like if you're supposed to be a master of the art, that's like, you know.
But yeah, but just to keep it light and funny, we're just talking about a video game, so it's just in the game, okay? We don't condone anything other than that. It's just the game.
Yeah, Aaron just told the truth.
here for the
He
girls.
wasn't. Aaron was just telling the truth.
Yeah, that's what you done. Yeah, no, look, I love ladies.
Aaron, I stand with you. As a child, I did the same thing.
Thank you. It's just a game. That's
It
why
was-
we
it's
played
a
the
video
game.
game.
Okay, the game we weren't supposed to play.
I don't
was
do
too
that
young.
in real life. I never would.
I've never done that. But anyways, I have a story real quick. Let me tell the story, okay? Let me lighten it back up a little bit.
All right.
So I did that, all right? It was in GTA. My dad came over. He was at the crib. He was watching. And all he could see was just me pull up in the alley and then whatever my video game character and the girl were doing, they were doing it. He was like, what do you know about what's going on in that car right there, son? I was like, maybe, God, it had to be like maybe 9 or 10. Maybe even 11. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting my health up. He was like, and he was like, yeah. And then that's literally how we got broken it down to the birds and bees. So I got the birds and bees talk from my dad thanks to Grand Theft Auto 3. Thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate it.
At
That's
9?
pretty great.
Yeah, around like 9, 10, 11.
That's great.
My dad would always say, hey, if you're ready to have sex, I mean, you're ready to be a dad. So I'm like, thanks. And stayed a virgin until I was
Damn.
18.
same.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But Grand Theft Auto's been around for years. It's been very controversial. People have been wanting to get it canceled for all the things you can do in the game because it does mimic real life. And now, in a climate of so much crazy shit that happens, especially in America, and we don't even have enough time to even like start dipping our toes into it. That game is getting more hate now than ever. And my God, when it comes out, we're going to see what it does. But it's probably going to sell the most any other video game has ever sold.
They're doing a year out trailer. It's going to be nuts.
You know how many views it got in like 4 days? Over 130 million views. The first day it dropped, it got like over almost 100 million views.
That's crazy.
And it leaked. So, but my issue with GTA 6, my whole issue with the trailer is, now I don't know how the game is going to be, but if this is any representation for where it's going, Chewy, break the glass. This game makes black people look fucking terrible. All right?
Damn.
I said it. I was like, I'm not trying to be Dr. Umar over here and smart brother. You know, I'm not trying to be that. You know, I'm really not, because I'm ignorant as hell and I love my people. I love my people. I love my hood people. I got hood cousins. I got family from there. I got friends from there. So I love it all. But the representation that we get from like, oh, there's a black woman twerking on the car and like, gosh.
I don't want to, I'm going to say this, okay, though you're like, oh, you got the black woman twerking on the car. But the most viral moments, it's like the blueprint. Everyone can say, oh, it's like black people are the blueprint when it comes to trends, when it comes to all these things that happen, even like fashion. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot of black people having viral moments, and that's in the games now. So, I mean, it's a win-win, but I see what you're saying, like that it looks bad, but I mean, she looked good.
it's a win-win if we win off of it. But if we not winning off of it, then it's not a win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rockstar was like a
Absolutely.
black-owned company or a gaming company. That's one thing. But as far as I know, they're from Canada. It's a Canadian company that makes Grand Theft Auto. This was their idea about what Americans look like.
Oh.
And for most Grand Theft Autos, every race, every background got it. White, Italian, Hispanic, everybody got it. Blacks, we all got it. But I feel like in this one, and I know it's based off Miami. Miami is predominantly, especially if you go to certain parts of Florida, it's a black culture. You know what I'm saying? There's
Absolutely.
a lot of black history there, and a lot of it's really cool, and a lot of it's like, I'm gonna say this, and don't judge me for saying this. It's like beautiful ratchetness. You feel me? Like there's some shit that's like, okay, that's just a part of what down south is. You know, like with the crazy cars, the strip club culture, all that shit. It looks cool, and it's a part of the vibe. But I feel like some of the other parts, and I know it's actual real life and stuff, but I feel like we're kind of just giving free reign for other people that aren't black, that already, you know what I'm saying, are either prejudiced or they feel some type of way. Just like, hey, here's all the ammo. We're giving you the clips. You know what I'm saying? You can be able to do this shit in Grand Theft Auto, because how many times are you going to be able to create somebody? Because I'm sure they're going to have online play, and that's where Grand Theft Auto 5 blew up, is that you can play with your friends and go do missions and whatever the case is. It's just going to be added to the stereotype of just like, hey, man, look, my character has cornrows and gold teeth, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. RC, am I overthinking it?
No, I agree. I don't. They definitely don't highlight the better aspects of our culture. But I mean, that's what the game is. I mean, literally, you told a story from a perspective, but me being in my position, if my 9-year-old brothers or sisters or child is playing a game where you can go and get like, and prompting me to have the birds and bees talk, I'm probably not going to be too fond of that game. So I don't think you said anything outrageous about how it paints our culture. It definitely don't paint us in the best light.
I didn't know that it was a Canadian company. That kind of changes things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
they're like, oh, this is what Black America looks like. Well, not just Black America, but I think like Americans in general.
uh-huh.
And I know they have like American branches from Rockstar. Rockstar is a giant company that's made multi-billion-dollar games. So I think they have some perspective on what's going down over here, but a lot of times like that company is mainly based in Canada.
Yeah.
So that's like, this is kind of like what their idea of what the American culture is and what Americans want to play.
Yeah.
And that's why GTA is usually the highest selling game whenever it comes out. They stuck with one GTA for over a decade because those motherfuckers are still making money off of it, which
That's
is crazy. That's like that's like you getting one NBA 2K and that's it for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, they can't do that.
That's pretty
Which
wild.
with how you can update games and stuff these days, it kind of makes sense though, right? Like as long as the setting doesn't need to change, you can always update and come up with new missions and new things to do. Like, oh, instead of going here first, now you got to go here, here, and here. And like, so it kind of makes sense if people are still playing it and they can still make money. Yeah, I wouldn't come out with another game for. I mean, we keep buying the same Madden every 12 months, and it's the same game. When they could just update the rosters, you could literally have Madden, I don't know, 2020, and just update the rosters, the teams, and the players, and it would essentially be the same. They tweaked the gameplay a little bit, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto really found its stride when it started having people streaming. Like T Grizzly, he makes a lot of his money now mainly from streaming. Like I know he's an artist and he's a very popular selling artist, but he makes a lot of his money streaming Grand Theft Auto. So that shit's a real deal. Artie, what do you think about the trailer and what it's kind of done for the culture? You think it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever?
I mean, I think it highlights a very unique culture, which is like that Florida, like, you know, hood Florida culture that is very iconic. Like they have like a certain style to them, a certain, you know, lingo, the way that they talk. So I think that will honestly be interesting to me to like see. But as far as for like the impact it might have, shit. I mean, what a lot of that's gonna come down to is parents. If the game says it's rated M for mature, and that's kind of your job. You know what I'm saying? To try not to allow your kids to just digest whatever pops up. So, stuff. But I think my biggest thing is that the black community probably is not going to profit off of it. And it is our culture. And I think when we finally realize, I mean, I think we know this, but we control the culture, but we don't profit off of it, then things would
See,
change.
that's the shit.
Very well
That's-
said.
Yeah.
That's the tough part, is that people want to use our name, image, and likeness and stuff like that, like all the cool shit, but then we ain't gonna get a nickel off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see jiggle physics twerking on the hood of the car, but we ain't getting paid from that. And I know there's gonna be other people like, well, they showed a redneck white woman in there covered in mud. Okay, that's fine. Or some naked white dude like watering his lawn. That's fine. Okay. I feel like we get it the worst more times than not when it comes to scenarios like this. Chewy, am I right or am I crazy?
Sure.
Oh, she's like,
Sure.
I'm out of it. All right.
I ain't gonna lie though.
I mean, I can't speak on your guys' behalf in terms with like from the perspective of like your culture, but as a gamer, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I can't speak on y'all's behalf, but I know like everything that happens is because of Black culture. So I mean,
Yeah,
So
no,
is that like a take the good with the bad kind of thing that you guys are both saying, or is it?
no, I don't. It's not like I take a good with the bad, but I think because you're right, you guys, for the most part, never profit off of what comes out. Because someone will come out with some like sick ass design, and then you see a white company like Louis Vuitton or whatever it might be, literally making that, and then you see like Black creatives are like, hey, that was my design. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
They're not profiting from that because they're a small business compared to this huge conglomerate.
Right.
But
Or like popular dances that Black people
Yeah.
will come up with, and
and
then
then you have
can
the
buy
big
that
TikTok
in Fortnite.
dancers. Yeah.
Like literally people profiting off of the cult. That's a
Yeah.
direct
The
profit
gritty.
off of the,
You're
the
right.
culture.
like
Yeah.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
the company man ruined the gritty. Y'all don't ever let us have shit. Freaking when dabbing was cool, they ruined dabbing.
They
All right,
did,
when you start
yeah.
seeing old white dudes over there dabbing in football freaking locker rooms and shit like that,
But ruining it is one thing, but when you take it and then literally take the moves of that dance, put it in a game, and now people are buying the ability for their character to do that, it's a totally different.
And
so ruining it is one
it
thing,
also-
but straight up profiting is what we talking about.
Yeah, and it also takes the whole community to come back and support that person. Like the person with the whole Fortnite situation, like the whole Black community was like, you better pay him. He ended up getting paid, but after they
The
were
Miller
like
Rock.
backlashing it.
Yeah,
oh,
2 milli.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
He only got paid what, $2 million?
No, that was his name.
Oh,
His name
I was
was
about to
Two
be like,
Milli with the milli with the
bro,
Miller Rock.
I'm like, come on, G. But see, I think sometimes though, that Black folk, one of the issues that we have is sometimes we'll make stuff and we'll be like, this is for us. But I feel like a lot of cultures don't do that, and that's where a lot of their profit comes from. Like you don't really see like, like a Chinese restaurant's gonna serve everybody and be excited to other people to come try their food and their culture. And I think sometimes like certain things, if we were more like, oh yeah, go do it. Yeah, do it. Like, just know where it came from. We would make a lot of money. Like, not acting like it's weird if a white dude wore a do-rag or some shit. Or
But it is weird if a white guy wears a do-rag.
Nah, it's cool. Shit. If I was selling the do-rags, everybody get a do-rag. You get a do-rag. You get a do-rag.
But white
'cause guess
hair
what?
can't do
Yeah, it can.
waves
Get a little
typically.
Typically,
They'll get
yeah,
like
no.
2 waves.
If
in
you
it.
have coarse hair, like you usually see like white people that from the South usually have more coarse hair than people up north. But you typically can't get waves. I don't know if it's because you're half white that you're like, for the white people,
If it's a Black-owned company selling do-rags,
Right.
let's get this money.
But I think,
What are we
I
doing?
think the problem comes in the overall treatment. And again, I mean, anybody stop me if I'm wrong, but it's the overall treatment of how we view that culture. So typically, Black culture has been like just stolen and pillaged from, in addition to over policing and just blatant racism and laws that have racism baked in and redlining and all. It's all of that. So I think that that point that you're making about other cultures don't like kind of safeguard their stuff. I think Black people have done that as a response of, yo, this is kind of all we got. Y'all done
But it's
raped
not
us and
serving
killed
us,
us and
though.
took.
I mean, that's what happens though. That's been the biggest issue with our culture ever since we came to America.
Yeah.
Was that they want our style, they want our food, they want our attitude, they want everything.
they want
but
everything.
us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all we've ever done is turn out multi-trillion-dollar ideas and athletes and artists and sounds and vibes. I'm not saying no other culture has. Hispanic culture has done a lot of that as well.
No,
Other
I know,
cultures
but
don't,
like it's like the whole privilege of your skin color. It's like, why is Iggy as big as she is compared to like Flo Milli? It's totally two different. But like Flo got a good flow. Iggy is face and whatever. But it's like Why is she as big? And this is not against Ice Spice. I love Ice Spice.
Mm-hmm.
But why did she blow up faster than girls that are darker than her?
Yeah. No, it's a great.
It's
I agree.
that perspective. So I don't know. I just.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot because when we start getting into stuff like that, then it kind of turns into like, I don't know. Are some people plants? Like, is Sexy Red actually like a plant? Now that's conspiracy theory.
I heard that theory.
Yeah, it's conspiracy.
But see, I love Sexy Red
you
because
think she a plant?
I don't think she's a plant, but I love that she's raw. Like she's taken like black culture and been like, this is what you're getting from me.
Well, not only that, I'm never mad at a black plant. That's just me. Get your money. Like,
no, hey, yo, same here. I'm never mad at get your money too, but it's just, I just feel torn. Me personally, I'm not speaking for nobody else. From where I come from a middle class. You feel me? I'm not even gonna try to fudge the numbers or act like I came from somewhere else. I came from a middle class family. I'm blessed from where I came from. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But when it comes down to shit like that, like people profiting off our culture or people taking the worst parts of our culture and trying to like glorify it, even if it's us, even if it's our own people, like, hey, get it how you live and do what you got to do, but glorifying and hey, Sexy Red is a grown woman. She's popular. She made her own lane, and nobody, from what I assume, let me take off my tinfoil hat and not call her a plant. But if she really did get this popular on her own, nobody could take that away from her. But her being pregnant and all this baby daddy talk and stuff like that, like as a culture and as a black man, it makes me feel some type of way, especially because I love black women.
I just want to make a point because I agree.
Okay.
But there is another side to be argued, and that's kind of why GTA is what it is. I agree. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it puts us in the best light. However, the reality is that there are literally millions of people at home in their living room that identify with Sexy Red.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as we don't agree with it and like it, I got a lot of family members directly that like, oh, I see my cousin in her, or I see my auntie or whoever. And I'm a big representation is important kind of person. So if my little cousin, as ratchet as it may be, can look on TV and see somebody that represents what she's in right now, who are we to say, yo, get that off the TV screen? Because now all that representation and again, it's not a huge crop of people. There's not that many black people in America as it is. There's a lot of us, but not that many. But if they can look on TV and say, oh, that remind me of my mama or my cousin, we don't agree with it. But who are we to say get that representation for that little girl who is growing up in the hood? Her ceiling may realistically be here, but because she sees that she can realistically go on and have a career and do all these different things, she may aspire to be more than what her ceiling is. Who are we to say get that out of there?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a very double-edged sword.
Yeah, and I think it's up to the parents to, if there's qualities that you don't like in Sexy Red, then that's up to the parents to identify and then to filter that through
but
their
it's so
children
hard
and
now
through their
because
principles.
that's stuff like that used to, like, back in the day. We're gonna get into it. Games like GTA were not the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were younger, you had to really like either have parents that were cool with you playing, or you had to be old enough. Like you wasn't just all that type of time.
Yeah.
Shows like South Park weren't the norm. Artists that were like rapping about like sex talk and like Miss My Man, or men doing it too, the Too Shorts and stuff like that. They were out there. They're still out there. That shit wasn't just for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be an adult. But now kids, due to social media and what sells, all they ever see is this shit. Like Sexy Red is at middle schools. You know what I'm saying?
I did see that.
What do you mean now? What do you mean now, though? Because you just told us when you was 9, you was picking up prostitutes. That was
no,
and that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't think my mom really knew what the game was, and my dad knew, but he called me out. I'm like, wait, what is this really?
But it's not like this just happened though.
No, I know that, but I think with social media, I think it amplified it. I think it cranked it up from a whole other level, like from
because kids have access to it. So now they're like, oh, what is GTA? And they're like, I want to play. So.
Well, now even more access to it. Now there's even more of a window for that. And also, we didn't have social media back when we were 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So then how'd you find out about prostitutes?
Like besides that?
You was 9 playing the game on
but I'm saying, but it wasn't glorified. Like that type of talk and that type of action wasn't like
it's
it's in a game.
I have to differ. I think it's always been glorified and people have always talked about it, but it's just because social media, like, it has amplified the talk of it. But all this stuff saying like, oh, in my day, they were doing Freaknik.
Same shit.
They were doing all this, like, crazy stuff that we now would be like, damn, like I wouldn't even do that. Freaknik was a big thing in the 90s. The girls talking about, like, there's this song in the 90s that this girl's talking about writing or something like that. And it's like a freaky song. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, we weren't singing that. And I'm like, yes, you were. This, I think it's just amplified because of social media, but it was definitely still a thing.
No, I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm not going to try to make it seem like us back then we were just reading books and writing poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it wasn't just wholesome shit. No, we had our parents and our even parents before that. They had their own shit. You know what I'm saying? They had their freaky ass shit going on back then. But now, as far as I know, I don't think Trina was really at too many freaking high schools walking around shaking hands and middle schools and stuff like that, being an absolute role model for the young kids coming up. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I think when you adjust for the time period, basically what Aaron is saying is that social media is amplifying like the thing. But what I was saying was when you adjust for the times and like how, like what the norm is for that time, that day and time. When Mortal Kombat first came out on Sega, there were literally parents protesting, and we know how whack those graphics were. But this is a real thing. Parents were protesting to get the game off the shelves because when you hit a character, like literal like pixels of blood would come off of them, and they were trying to get that off, and they just thought it would ruin society, and kids are seeing violence and all of that, and obviously it didn't have that big of an effect. So are we overreacting when you adjust for what today is? Is this that version of that, in your opinion?
Yeah.
Because the parents were very validated and very... Up to this point, we've never seen that. Pac-Man never had blood. Yeah, he got eaten by ghosts, but it was like a weird little animation.
Yeah.
And so they felt very, very strong. So all of the points and like, yeah, but it's different today and all, like they felt the same exact way. And when you look back on the history of it, it's like, yeah, Mortal Kombat was cool and it was like a fun game, but did it really contribute to like
I think everything had a helping hand into where we are today with how comfortable we are with gore, violence.
It's been
desensitized.
Sex.
Oh, yeah.
Because of social media.
Social media, everything. All media, though. Everything we watch nowadays, whether
but
it be...
I'm saying like social media in general is literally what makes the adjusting of the times. Because back then, artists weren't going to high schools because the high schools were DMing them, hey, come to us. Their agent was booking whatever they could find to book them for. Yeah. So it's like this stuff like seeing Blueface and Jaden at a high school singing that song.
Yeah.
That's social media desensitivity. Like, it absolutely is, because there's no way that there's 13-year-olds singing, that's my, whatever it is.
Yeah, like
it's just adjusting of the times. So
It is the times. And whatever, like, the culture, gosh, how do I even put this shit? Because it's so layered. We'll be here all night. But just for me to try to sum it up, bless you.
Bless you.
However, whoever shifted the culture, whatever, like, moment started shifting the culture more towards, like, making that shit, like, accessible and able, because it was always there. Okay, you can always watch naughty videos, you can always listen to dirty music, you can always listen to hood ass music or whatever. You can always do that. But it wasn't just that easy. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you go on Twitter, it's a wrap. And now that artists have their own platform, everybody has a soapbox that they can stand on and talk their shit on now. Now we get a chance to know them. Michael Jackson wasn't tweeting back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Those artists weren't tweeting back in the day, so we never knew how they really thought.
But you realize how that sounds like those people back in those days. Like, you sound like the moms that were mad that Elvis was hip thrusting. Well, if you say, hey, you go on Twitter and it's all crazy these days, it's like, this is literally what they sounded talking about Elvis hip thrusting or seeing a woman smoke a cigarette on TV for the first time. It's like,
yeah, it sounds crazy, but ultimately, but were they really wrong? Because now look at where we're at now. I'm not. Look, it was gonna happen. There was no way you were gonna get around this mountain. We were gonna run into this mountain of this shit was gonna be the selling point. The sex, the drugs, the video games, especially all that type of art was all gonna be the selling point, and it was all gonna start seeping into younger ages. It wasn't just gonna be, all right, well, you're 18, yeah, buy this game. Because not every parent was responsible, not every guardian was responsible, not every kid listened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you get that shit easy. You got it. It's right there. Whatever you want to watch, go on Twitter. You see it all. You know, that's, honest to God, that's what kind of scares me on even having a child in today's climate, because it's like, damn, I got to hope that my little kid isn't freaking watching whoever the fuck twerk on stage at their middle school freaking lunch when they're 8 years old type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that scares me.
All I'm saying is that when we were younger ages, there were people our age saying the same thing about stuff that we thought was harmless as well. And so you're going to have kids, and then they're going to grow up however they do, and then they'll get 30, and then they'll be like, hey, man, back in my day, you couldn't do this and this. Those were the glory days, where the days that you're talking about right now being so crazy and end of times type of time. So I think it's just an adjustment, and I think there is a space where it's like, all right, now we kind of sound like the moms that were mad that Elvis was literally doing a move with his hips.
I think it all breaks down to, again, like parenting. Really, like the world is going to always change. The only thing that's guaranteed is things will change. It's not about what you can stop your children from seeing. It's about instilling the
values,
the principles, so that they can process what they're seeing. Like that's why, like, if you're scared that your kids, well, I'm gonna tell you right now that fear will 1,000% come true, but you would be less scared. I'm just saying it's gonna happen. Like your kid will get exposed to something that you didn't want them to get exposed to. But if you had been present and you were making sure that you were a part of their life, they'll probably be able to process it the same way that when that happened to you with the GTA thing, your pops was right there to be like, yo, I guess we got to have this talk right now. And that was good parenting, because he was there to help you process what he never expected.
That was just him not wanting to be
see.
a granddad at like
I'm
38.
so weak that we went from GTA trailer to parenting in America.
It's all one hand that washes the other, I think. But I think everybody made very valid points. Yo, let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Grand Theft Auto and where the culture is. I want to give y'all a round of applause. Oh, y'all smart. You guys are very intelligent. Okay?
But I think the world's fucked up, though.
It is. No, our country's
No,
fucked
for real.
up. Yeah, God. All right, so besides talking about our messed up country and what GTA 6 is going to do in 2025 to make it even worse, and don't tell me, well, if you don't like America, shut up. I love America. I love French fries, and I get to buy this jacket over here. You feel me? So it's like,
You said French fries.
All right,
Funny
I'm money,
French.
hey, but we
In the
made it
fries.
good, all right?
But
we made it
fixed
gooder.
them.
All right.
We fixed it.
You're
fixed-
knocking, like that comment you just made, like, everyone's so intelligent. But, like, you're knocking yourself a couple points here, buddy. You said gooder.
America.
Like a true American.
America. Yeah.
There you go.
They make
America.
it there.
American.
Fuck yeah.
They make it there.
Put fire
we bring
behind
it
him when he
here
says that.
make it
And like
better.
2 eagles, like, ah, yeah. All right, and the flag. All right, give me it all. Yeah. I know, right? We're going to go ahead and get into Hot Cues. If you guys are new to our podcast, Hot Cues is a segment where we try to talk about different internet happenings. We try to keep it under 3 to 5 minutes. Did we do Hot Cues last
Yeah,
time?
we did.
Okay. Did we do Red Flag? No, we didn't do Red Flag. Okay, we did Hot Cues. Yeah, so you already know. You're a pro. You got it. We're going to go ahead and talk about a few different things tonight, starting off with the new Nicki Minaj album, Raise Your Hand if You're a Barb. Who's a Barb?
I'm a Barb.
You're a Barb.
I'm teeter-tottering between her and Cardi right now. I've always been a Barb, but Cardi kind of...
What's Cardi's group name?
I don't think she has anybody, does she?
The Cardis.
Wait,
It's definitely not the
Ain't it the
Cardis.
Bardys?
Barty gang.
The Cardigans.
Oh, Bardi, yeah.
Did you know that these guys, they all have their own? These guys, they have their group names.
I don't even want to know.
Chewy has the Crustables.
Oh, my God.
All right. RC has the Cavalry because his last name is Calvert. Artie.
That's
gave me-
actually creative.
There you go.
Fire.
Wow.
Artie has
Shout out to Artie.
the Artie Party.
Let's go, baby.
The Artie party.
You don't like that one?
No.
Damn.
Yo, she don't like you.
I don't
yo.
like-
Damn.
I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
Why?
it
I'm
is
just
what
kidding.
it is.
That, but his is the least creative one. The Cavalry is probably the best.
I'm gonna give her look.
Damn, gang.
I don't have a name because
Yeah, because she
I don't
couldn't
need
come up
one.
with one. It's
I don't
it's
need
the
one.
Alextrons
The
or some
Alex-
stupid like that.
again 0 for 2.
Electronics.
I want. Can you put like a something like a
J
on it?
Electronics.
Damn.
0 for 2.
Yo. And what was mine again?
It's the Jaybirds.
The A team.
The A team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
yeah.
You should just stick with that, honestly. That's like
A-team.
keep it simple.
And then Gibby has the Gibbles. So
The giblets.
oh, the
The
Giblets.
Giblets.
Oh.
I was gonna say if this. Oh no, it's Bibble from like Barbie or something. You guys don't know.
I'm
That's a
glad
girl
I
thing.
don't know that. I'm glad I don't know. Southpaw, what's your Paw Patrol? Ah, hey, that's hard.
That's,
The
that
Paw
is
Patrol.
fire.
That's hard.
That is fire.
That's kind of
That
hard.
is kind of.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're
3 for
welcome.
3.
That
Hey.
is kind of cool.
Should
All
Chewie
right.
change since he's not like Jesus Christ anymore? Should he change it to like the gummies or something like that? Like Chewie
No.
and the gummies or something
Well,
like that.
or the chewables.
There you
The
go. I'm telling you,
chewables.
0 for 3 and 4 for 4 right now for this guy.
Horn Chewy.
What did he say? Chewing the
Hoo-ah.
gummies?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I like
I was
that.
trying to be nice because the anime thing, but you know what, guys?
Gloves are off. But yeah, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj just dropped. What is it? Pink? Is it Pink Friday 2?
Yes. Yeah.
What do we think about the album? How y'all
Fire.
feeling? Fire?
I heard it over the weekend. I thought it was an amazing album.
Me too.
Very, very good
Thought
music.
it was amazing.
Yeah, there was like 3 songs that I was like, I'm gonna bump this like going like with my friends to go outside, you know.
Okay.
But
You like it outside, huh?
you know what? No.
Yo.
It's so funny. I have to go to places because like with content creation, you have to go do stuff.
Mhm.
But I would rather like be laid up in bed at home with a
That's
little
what they
wine
all
glass.
say, don't they, Chewy?
Yo, we're not doing this.
We're about to do it right now. We're about to start
Yeah.
fighting
It's gonna
because
get hot
I'm about
in here,
to get
literally
mad.
and figuratively. Artie, did you hear Nicki's album?
I actually was listening to it on the way, and I can't lie. Y'all know I'm a big Nicki supporter. I think she overall is the most talented of the women artists in the game.
I agree.
The song, the Biggie one, she did the what is you
That
know
little
the
dance. Yeah.
Biggie,
The track
The,
goes and then the beat hits again. Everyone was
Dangerous or
like, oh. Yeah. It's a good
but
song.
it was like
I-
she
I
did
know
her version
exactly
of
which
it.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, she chopped that up for
So,
sure.
Aaron, I have a question for you then.
The Armed and Dangerous.
After listening to this album, do you think she's still washed?
No. Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn. I
Did you
didn't-
even listen to this album?
No.
From the bits and pieces, I didn't sit down and listen to it all because I'm
Credibility out the window.
As a DJ,
Yeah.
Hey, no, hey,
Step
hey,
outside.
You know what I did listen to? I listened to that Everybody song with her Uzi. That Everybody. That shit's fire.
Oh,
But
yeah,
that's
everyone was
amazing.
literally playing that on TikTok or on social media.
Oh, yeah, no, it's
but
gonna
you
blow up.
didn't listen to the
No, but no, her beat selection that she had from some of the songs that her, like the song with Lil Wayne and the song with J.
Yeah.
Cole, really good. I wouldn't
The
say
J.
she's
Cole song
washed.
wasn't that great.
I don't mind. I'm a Cole fan, though. I know somebody who's not, but I'm a Cole fan.
nah. It was cool.
I thought the album. I'm gonna say this. I think Doja Cat's Scarlet album was better than Nicki's.
Yeah.
Wait, better than Nick? What you didn't hear the album?
From what I've heard.
How you gonna say another album was better than something you never heard?
If I have 4 bites of a burger,
Come on,
I know
bro,
what the
we
burger
ain't-
tastes like.
Doja Cat's album
bro.
was more mainstream, so therefore it's gonna be more popular. But Nicki's was more. Oh, I don't know. Wait, Doja's lyrical as hell, but Nicki came through for this album.
Nicki is way
did good.
is and I love Doja Cat. Nicki's
Doja Cat.
You
talent
listen
level.
to Scarlet?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
The whole thing?
yeah.
Okay.
I listen to
God.
music.
So do I.
All right.
I love Scary Hours.
Anyway,
Go Drake.
Nicki's delivery, Nicki's talent, Nicki's right. The whole she's the best for a reason.
Is she,
Absolutely.
Like, she's on top
is she
for a
still the
reason.
best female artist in the game?
Yes.
You
Best? What do you mean? Wait, what are we talking
Right
about?
now,
talent?
right now, today.
Talent? What are we talking about?
Okay,
Best or
talent,
hottest?
lyric, beat selection. Like
Performance.
If you had to listen to
We're
one
talking about
female,
the whole encompass.
If you had to listen to one female artist right now in the game, one
See,
ticket to one show, who you gonna go see?
I'm biased
Party.
though, so I
you
gotta
biased?
remove myself because my favorite rapper of all time gave me Nicki Minaj, so I'm biased.
Okay, just because Lil Wayne, does that mean Gutta Gutta is your fourth favorite rapper? What are you talking
but
about?
I'm just saying I had a strong early connection with Nicki because she had one of the strongest cosigns by my favorite rapper.
Nicki's in the Hall of Fame for artists, period. Not even
Yeah.
just women or
Yeah.
men. She's a
Yeah.
period. I'm never gonna take it away from Nicki. I respect her. But right now, in today's world, if I had a vote, I'm putting Cardi over Nicki right now.
I am too.
I wouldn't
That's
see.
fine.
I'm
I
not
don't think
gonna
that's
even
a that's a
front.
hot.
I'm
I'm going with Belcalis.
I like I said, I'm teetering right now, but I've always been a Barb. But Cardi's performance, her shows, everything, she's kind of.
very very talented.
I have to say I need to know how much of Cardi is really Cardi. That's what I need.
It
to know.
doesn't matter. I'm sorry,
Like how
but
much
that
is her
does not
backup
matter.
to people who
Nicki
to an artist it matters. Like
No, but just look, sometimes
No.
a lot of popular artists have had great writers. Just because
Yeah.
you're a great writer doesn't mean you're a great artist. Just because you're a great artist doesn't mean you're a great writer. Some guys and some women can do both.
Yeah.
Some people can't. Some people, you know what I'm saying? So I know Partisan wrote a lot for Cardi back in the day, but he wrote that was like Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He gave her the ball and she dunked it in. Her delivery and her flow and her style is what made a song. You can get that same
to somebody else. Yeah.
get that same song to Chewy, and I love it. I'll listen to it because you're Chewy and I love you, but it's not going to hit the same like what
No.
Cardi did with
Yeah.
it. All right, let's rate Nicki's album from 5 being amazing, 1 being pass. What would you give it?
8.7.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to 10.
So out of 10.
Cool. All right. What are you
We're
gonna
going out of 5 or 10.
We're gonna go out of 10. She called.
Oh.
she said,
I gave it an 8 out of 5.
America. Fuck yeah.
I'm
We were
high,
waiting
bro.
for the kablam.
I thought, I don't know, man. From track number 1, incredible.
Put a number on it.
Number.
9.5.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you're like a 7.5.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. Like I'm still gonna say Nicki's the hardest, but it's I don't listen to any of their stuff like that at this point in my life.
Okay. Chewy, what do you give it?
I give it an 8.
7.8. Southpaw, what do you give it? Got it.
Wait, you said 7.8?
I said 7.8.
Is that the number of songs you heard on the album?
I'm
or
sick.
you
From what
rating
I've
it?
heard,
I
the
feel like
7.8.
your credibility just goes.
But
That's
no,
what I'm saying. How
I
you
haven't
rate
listened to the
an
album.
year?
You can't rate
I
it.
skipped some songs. Some songs they didn't even like. The intro to me wasn't that great. It didn't catch me from the intro, but then it got better progressively.
I
We're
do
gonna just-
like when Jay Alexa is mean to you, Aaron.
That's
I like
fine.
watching that.
Hey, that's still my homie. Me and Jesse used to be good. She don't like you. All right.
It's okay.
She don't like you.
I do like him.
She
He's
says you
cool.
stinky.
I
But
like
he be
her
saying
too.
some out of pocket shit, and I'm like,
Y'all gonna be best friends. You guys are gonna be great. All right, hot cue number 2. So I'm wearing Suns gear. Chewy flaked on me because he went to Sacramento for 4 hours, and now he's a Kings fan. What jersey is that? Who is that?
That's De'Aaron Fox.
Go to
Make
hell.
me sick.
Even though Fox is nice, he can hoop. Yo, Bradley Beal's supposed to be coming back for the Suns. I know we're shooting this on Monday, so on Tuesday we're supposed to have Kevin
Fucking
Durant,
better, dude.
Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. You think the Suns are going to be good for the rest of the year?
no,
I mean, fair.
no.
Mhm.
It's just like the whole. It's always the injuries. It's always like you.
Yeah.
You know what? The Suns, if they could get it together and build a better chemistry, they'd be like real good.
Yeah.
But they can't get it together because they have too many showstoppers playing on the same team.
What?
They have too many people trying to hog and be like, oh, I want to be the player of the night. Not everyone can be a Booker, okay? But they got KD, they got Booker, they got Beal. Like,
KD's been our plus player.
and he's old.
I know.
He also got to go.
LeBron's old and he's still fucking balling like he's 24
But he doesn't
years
have
old.
as
He's-
many injuries as KD.
He's over there freaking drinking goat's blood to stay young. I'm joking. All right, I'm just not real.
He's a
Don't
man of
sue me.
God.
Honestly.
Gosh, freaking bullshit. RC, are we gonna be all right?
Yeah, well, me and Aaron went to a Suns game this past, what day was that?
Friday.
Past week. That was fun. That was dope.
Yeah, it was
The
crazy.
arena was lively. The city still seems to be excited about the team. I think we'll be all right. We do need to get Bradley Beal and the other guys out there more so they can play together. Like, the more reps they have, the better, the more comfortable they'll be. I think they'll be – as long as Devin Booker's on the court, we're fine.
Yeah, and I mean,
But see,
Like-
that's my point. It's like as long as he's
everybody
on the
gets
court.
hurt though. LeBron James is probably gonna twist an ankle and he'll be fine. AD is gonna probably get hurt. Jokic missed some games. It's the season, okay? Nobody's really gonna kick it into overdrive until.
But
it's
look
like,
at like the Nuggets. There's like 1 or 2 good players, and everyone else is like team chemistry. Here, it's like everyone wants to be like Booker.
the Nuggets are stacked. Though they have the best player in the world, and Jamal Murray's a hooper too.
Okay, but they said that they're stacked because they have the best player. They don't have like 4 or 5 of the best players in the NBA.
But they have a lot of lottery picks.
They have a
and
great team
Aaron
chemistry.
Gordon
With
is
one good
mangy-ass
player, they
freaking
won everything.
hairstyle. Whatever. That's crazy that the best player in the world doesn't even like basketball
You
like
saying
that.
dreads
I
are
know.
mangy?
He's like, it's a job.
Aaron Gordon's dreads are mangy.
Just fucking-
Artie, you think the Suns are gonna be all right?
I can't care about them like that anymore.
Why you say
after,
that?
After what they've done to me in the past, and
That's
and
valid.
and when it starts getting
That's
to the
valid.
end, and where that's when I really start watching. You guys know me, like I like sports, but I'm not like.
Man, our
sports
fan
man.
base went to hell. I don't know what happened. As soon as we lost those finals, we all just
It's
stopped.
that shit hurts,
disappointing.
dog.
It's disappointing.
Gosh.
They
Y'all-
make
y'all-
it to the
y'all
end and
need
they
to-
always
We've been to the
choke.
conference finals, and then yes, I know the way we
Choke.
lost in the last couple of years have been bad. But
Terrible.
we have
Every
Kevin
time.
fucking Durant on our team. We have Durant.
It feel like it?
Yes.
All right.
It would be worse if we didn't. Look what Monty Williams is doing now. They're getting their asses blown out in Detroit.
Yeah, get your ass blown out.
Yo,
I never
blown
heard
out.
it the way I just heard it right now. It sounds crazy.
All right.
They getting their backs.
But since we're going to talk about the Suns, they are, though. They lost 20 games in a
So
row.
good. Jesus.
But since we're talking about the Suns, we're going to have to talk about goddamn Lakers and our third. You stop it.
Oh,
You too. All right. The Lakers won the In Season Tournament. Yeah, whatever. Cool. LeBron, yeah. You beat the Pacers. We almost beat y'all, all right?
I was going to say, they beat us, too.
About 3 points. Both times.
but they still
No,
win.
they did, though.
At the end of the day, it's who won.
That call was some bullshit though.
That call was fucking ridiculous.
Doesn't matter, it's the one.
Wow.
Real janky timeout.
All right,
Bro,
all right.
We turned the ball over like 30 times, man.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, man.
Look, man, we got a new coach and shit. We're figuring shit out. All right, so what was my question I was about to ask?
About the Lakers.
Yes, about the Lakers.
Does the in-season tournament matter?
Yeah, no, what did the in-season tournament, like, did winning the in-season tournament, did that, like, make you proud? As like, you're a Lakers fan, correct?
Yeah.
Like, were you like, yeah, my team won? Or was it like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's more like, oh, cool.
Okay.
Like in-season tournament. I don't still understand the point of it, but they won, so I'm always stand beside them.
It's just for people to give a shit.
You want to know what the point of it is? Tournaments. That's what sells. That's why people watch sports. They watch sports because everything is a giant tourney. Nobody gives a fuck about college football or basketball till it's the tournament time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a damn about baseball.
No,
really
college
till it's the World
football
Series.
has a hard cult. Like, I would say it's on par with the NFL.
I'll probably compare it to college basketball.
Well, no,
Like,
but
nobody
college
gives a
football
fuck
is
about
technically a
college basketball.
tournament.
No. College football is on par with the NFL in viewership. College basketball is not on par with NBA.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
It's like they just
That's
care
a good
until
point.
like at a tournament. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep interrupting. Go ahead.
No, that's me. I'm sorry. No, but why is that? Because there's only 18 NFL games and only like 13 college football games. It's automatically a tournament from the jump, especially college football.
true.
You lose a game, it's a wrap. Ohio State went like 11-1. That one loss got them out the playoffs.
Damn.
All their best players are not even playing in the bowl game.
Ouch.
In the NFL, you only have 18 games to be able to make it to the tournament. So it's already, when it's like a longer season, like baseball is like 144 games
That's
or some
crazy.
shit. NBA is 82 games. Before there was a tournament, like nobody really gave a damn until after the All-Star break, because then it becomes more of a tournament. Now you start seeing teams that are trying to get in. So that's my opinion. I think at first I was being an old man, and I hated the in-season tournament. I thought it was bullshit. I'm like, man, this is dumb. This is lame. But now I became a really big fan of it, and I see the money-making aspect. Adam Silver, you the GOAT. Uncle Adam, I love you. Mwah. Artie, what do you think? You think?
I think
it's
this
a big
one was.
deal?
I think this one was definitely a big deal. This is history. It was the first one. I don't know if the other ones will matter as much as this one. So that's why I was like, you know what? It is pretty cool that LeBron, because I think that's probably how LeBron saw it, and that's why he took it serious.
Yeah.
'Cause he was like, this is history. This is the first one. So
Jordan
for now,
never won this shit.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
will always remember the first and the last of anything.
Yeah. So for now, he's known as
She broke my
the
heart.
guy who won the first
Yeah.
motherfucking one.
Yep.
So.
RC, what do you think about the in-season tournament? Big deal, little deal, no deal?
No, going into it, I didn't think it would work as well as it has. But I think
Yeah.
Artie made a phenomenal point saying that this one was probably because let's just say that they tried it out this year, they try it a few more years, and it doesn't pan out or whatever. Then this one was probably the most important one, at least up to this date. So,
And every player won $500,000 on the winning team. So
Yeah.
not everybody's making, because LeBron's not making
I didn't know
much.
that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And even
That's
if-
how they got him to carry. Because think about it, there's some guys on the team that's only making like maybe 100 or $1 million. And I know for us regular people, $1 million is
But for
holy
them,
shit.
it's, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the taxes that they're getting taken out of their shit. They're not really
Wait,
making
you
a
said
million.
how much? How much? So imagine you on a bench watching at the end, and you about to lose 500K. You be like, please, please make the shot,
All right.
please.
And LeBron's,
real.
come on, save us.
He got
For
boogers
real.
on
That's
his
why
nose
they were
and shit.
glazing them, because they're about to get paid.
that's true.
For
yeah.
real.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, okay. Now,
You're like, Daddy,
that makes sense now.
LeBron.
I'd have been on that shit too.
I'm
I'd have been
so
like,
Daddy
let's
Bron.
go.
Daddy Bron.
Them
Well-
young dudes at the end of the Laker bench got to relax though with those
here we
reactions,
go.
doing this every time.
A
he
lot of them are
scores.
like
Crazy.
young enough to be LeBron James' sons, and that's like watching your dad hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a legend.
Nah, now that I think about
It's
it,
annoying
changed
as
my
fuck,
mind.
though.
I'm a huge LeBron James fan. I think he's the GOAT, no question. That's my guy. The glaze is crazy. It's a lot of glaze on that.
that's the whole Krispy Kreme donut factory over there. And that's fine, Lakers fans. Hey, rejoice, be happy. You won a middle of the season ring. You won it. All right, you're not winning a real ring. No, you're not winning that.
I don't know, man. LeBron got that look in his eye. Bro.
Yeah, let's see
He
at the
hungry.
let's see at the playoffs. Let's see at the playoffs. Let's see.
You're right. No, I'm not disagreeing.
Lord
if they could
above.
if they could get Anthony Davis to show up,
I'm sick.
If we have Brad, Kevin, and Devin for like 50 games, and they're able to get chemistry, we're gonna be a tough out. We have on paper, we have the best, most well-rounded team in the league, and I'm maybe being biased, but on paper,
Nah,
because you can't double us. They're over there doubling the shit out of Devin every time he gets it, or Kevin. But now with Brad, all right, it's not Joshua Kogi over there shooting corner threes. All right, it's Bradley motherfucking Beal, who led the league in scoring 2 years ago. So
a quick question about the NBA. Do we see them? So they got the in-season tournament. Then you got the play-in tournament. leading into the playoffs. Do we see them squeezing in any more tournaments, or is this the
No.
cap?
No, that'll just be
No,
it.
yeah.
There's one middle, because the good thing about this tournament was all the games counted as regular season games, besides the championship game. So it was just a regular season, but just with more stakes on it. And it gets regular people, and it gets the younger generation to care. Kids growing up that were 6, 7, 8, 9 who are just becoming basketball fans, that's all they're going to know. They're not going to know that this shit it was just made up this year.
True.
So for them, it's going to be like, yo, that's really cool. And then with the different courts and different styles, everything was really amazing. So, you know. And Tweety became a damn Kings fan during all this. So
I did not like that Wildberry Pop-Tart court. That court that, you know what I'm talking about?
not the Wildberry,
It looked like a Wildberry Pop-Tart. Whose court was that?
That was our court.
Oh, yeah. I hated that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Who had the worst court?
We did.
Probably us.
No, our court wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
Ours was pretty bad.
Wild
Indies was
Berry.
terrible.
Indies was wild as shit.
Garbage.
Yeah.
That font, like,
That's fine. Yeah.
Wildberry Pop-Tart.
Right.
One last hot cue we got. So Kanye West was seen in Miami turning up at brunch singing his his classic hits, Father Stretch My Hands, Me and RC, which is crazy. We were just talking about like first songs that we heard that kind of changed the game, and that was one of yours. Kanye performed at Live in Miami. Said apparently there's rumors that him and Ty Dolla $ign's album will be coming out on December 15th. You a big Kanye fan? You excited for his new album?
I'm not a Kanye fan. He's an idiot.
Oh, okay, fair. Okay. But as musically, not even musically?
I sometimes don't get the reference of, oh, you got to separate the music from the person. I'm sorry, but if you're a piece of shit, that you're like genius, I give it to him. The man is a genius when it comes to producing, writing, the whole works. Even like his marketing, the fashion. The guy's a genius, but he's a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but like, and this whole, when we're talking about like mental illness and all that stuff, if you know you have a mental illness and you're using that as an excuse to say the most outrageous things, even to the black community, I'm sorry, but no, I can't give you a pass for that, because you got all the money in the world to be able to seek professional help, to get medicated. And some people are probably going to come for me and be like, oh, well, that's I'm sorry, but I don't care. Like, if you have that much money, you got a family, you got a supposed good woman behind you. I'm sorry, I can't give him a pass. He's a great musician, but I don't care.
I mean, look, that's entirely your opinion, and that's how you feel about it, and we appreciate you for being honest and real about it. Hey, Kanye said some unforgivable shit. You know what I'm saying? Kanye said some wild shit. He's hurt a lot of communities, black, Jewish, white, probably some other people you could throw up in there. He's hurt them all. So I don't blame you.
Shit.
But God damn it, he made Graduation. All right?
He said some crazy shit, but he also say some crazy shit when that
he
beat
made
dropped too.
late registration.
Record button is on.
When that
All
record button is on, he say some crazy shit.
Kanye
too.
like that one cousin that you're not proud of, but he really made some mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
though,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't sit here and say that we don't know all whatever medical stuff he's been through. We can't sit here and say he's crazy, because if that's what crazy look like, shit, I'm trying to be crazy too, because this motherfucker's a billionaire, been with the baddest chick, according to the world, the baddest chick in the world, Kim.
She won Man of the Year.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's wild.
I don't know about.
Hey, when you're putting women in their masculine energy, and they're still doing shit like that, and they're putting people on the map, and they're putting women on the map like that, Man of the Year. A man will let a woman be in her feminine energy if he lets her. He was not leading her. He wasn't doing nothing for her that was making her feel like, okay, but he put her in her masculine energy. She had to defend her kids, her family, her shit. Give her the Man of the Year.
You can't lead somebody who don't want to be led. Yeah, no, you can't.
They did.
No, you can't.
Oh, whoa. I should've said-
Oh, shit. You gotta relax right there, bud.
That's not
No, I
right.
know. We know what he's
God.
saying, but
Yeah,
that's we. But
we're
yeah.
back, baby.
But anyway,
That's the first out of pocket shit he's ever said.
Yeah.
We're back.
It was crazy because
Yeah,
it was so barely out the pocket, but we still knew
America. Fuck yeah.
But anyways,
go ahead, Artie. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kanye, dog. He's a genius. No, you don't have to agree with everything somebody said. I'm sure if you turn on a light bulb, doesn't mean you necessarily agree with whatever they did fucking get the, you know what I'm saying?
What?
That wasn't probably the best analogy, but there's shit that we do all the time.
I already just talking
There's
now.
shit that we do
I got
all
where
the
you was
time
taking it.
and we use and we utilize all the time that was probably created by piece of shit people. So it's like you don't separate those things throughout
If
the
we
day.
go down the
You're not
list,
wrong.
everybody that's ever done anything has probably been some type of slime ball for the most part.
and
A
then
lot of people, not everybody.
and
A lot
then
of
we-
people. But
and
that
then we-
doesn't mean that we have to accept it. So we're all entitled to our
He's
own
just
opinions.
open to being a piece of shit.
he's open to just being himself, and then people don't sugarcoat it or make
might have
it
to
look
call the
sweet
Kanye
because
on
he's a
us.
guy.
I don't
Like
know.
at the same time, we know that BBLs are the most dangerous, life-threatening surgery.
Not
for,
true.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's the most
No,
threatening.
that study that was put. You guys are gonna tell me I worked in plastic surgery for almost a decade.
Well, then educate us. I
That's
know,
what I'm saying. So
not
that
arguing.
study that was put out said BBLs are the most dangerous surgery. Was put out for 3,000 surgeons that were not all plastic surgeons. There was dentists, there was cardiologists, plastic surgeons, whatever type of doctors, and they were putting their opinions on paper. Now you give it to plastic surgeons, put a study for their surgeries. How many people have had fatalities compared to everything else? It wasn't. It was tummy tucks.
So it's an incomplete. Okay, so then it's just bad information out there.
Yeah.
Either way,
Appreciate
either way,
the
either-
clarity on that.
Either way,
You're
women,
welcome.
a woman
Snip,
who
snap.
propagates plastic surgery and BBLs and all that stuff, and people have died from that, and so women have went to go get this picture perfect body that Kim Kardashian has, and we're gonna detach her from any responsibility of that as
But
well.
she never said go get a BBL.
No, but she.
If anything, she's always denied having surgeries.
Well,
Kanye
you know.
will go and say some crazy thing and be like, "Yeah, I said it."
and he'll say that's me though. But I'm saying we can't just.
But
Everybody,
you can't separate
everybody
Kim
had.
and her BBL because she's never been like, "Go get a BBL if you want to be cool."
Yeah, but she never told him not to either.
She didn't have to because she didn't talk about it.
Well, all right. I mean,
But
We
they
better
went
fight.
and did it.
No,
But
no,
they
let
went
me-
and did it
let
and
me
they
get-
died.
let me get in
But
this,
they
all
went
right?
and did
Let
it
me-
and
let
they
me
died.
hop up in here.
How many?
All right.
I mean, I
What
guess
the
you
hell?
could say that Kanye maybe had something to do with people dying at some point. But how many direct from some shit?
Artie.
Come on, bro.
Artie, let me just.
I'm
Cut
saying
that
how
whole
many
part
people
out.
died from BBLs? And who was inspired to get? Why would they be inspired?
Kim
to
is
get
not
BBL?
the only reason why people
Look,
got
guys,
BBL.
I just want to know if you're
She's a
excited for the
big reason.
goddamn Ty Dolla $ign to Kanye.
No,
Hell
no.
yeah, I'm excited.
That's all I want to know.
That
I'm not
shit
gonna
gonna
lie. Okay,
go
look,
hard.
I am excited
That's
for the
what-
album.
Okay, all
But I don't like the guy.
That shit gonna be
Okay.
fire.
RC,
Next.
Yeah.
Next
I
topic.
can't wait. I'm counting down the hours. I'm refreshing my Apple Music every
are you
5
more of a
minutes.
Ty Dolla $ign fan or more of a Kanye fan?
Kanye West is my favorite artist of all time.
Wow.
I thought you said Lil Wayne
I
was.
know.
My favorite rapper.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
Kanye
that makes
West
sense.
is my
Artist
favorite
to
artist.
rapper,
Makes
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's not an artist?
Aaron.
I call
Lil
Cap.
Wayne is my
Not
favorite
compared to
rapper
Kanye.
of all time. Kanye West is my favorite artist of all time. Lil Wayne don't make clothes
Yeah.
true.
or
He-
produce
Truck Fit.
or produce
He
beats.
made Truck Fit.
All right, bro.
He influenced it.
Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper. Kanye is my favorite artist.
We gotta move on.
He
Yeah,
said
so yes.
that.
and Ty Dolla $ign is one of my favorite artists. So I'm in heaven. I can't wait.
Todd Dollarson.
Can't wait.
I'm excited for the album. I like Ty Dolla $ign. Kanye, hey, Kanye's Kanye.
Next topic.
Kanye,
But you ain't even
Next
gonna smoke
topic,
the whole
people.
Oh,
album.
I'm gonna listen to that, and the next topic is gonna be after we round up hot cues because that was it. So that was hot cues. Wow, that could be its own episode. All right, so we got one more topic here. What an episode so far, my lord. The main topic number 2. I know how we break it down. It's weird, but the last topic of the day is gonna be who's been one of the most wildest couples in 2023. The year's coming to a close. We've seen a lot of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. We've seen a lot of Blueface and Krishan Rock. We've seen a lot of Offset and Cardi B. And I wanted to ask you guys from everything because, like, lately, Jada called that slap that Will did on Chris Rock the slap that saved their marriage and titled it the Holy Slap. Krishan apparently got her Blueface tattoo covered up. And then Blueface accused Krishan of sleeping with Offset. And then that prompted Cardi to come out and say that her and Offset have been broken up since October. And they haven't even been together. And Offset said he never slept with Krishan. So it's just a whole bunch of celebrity mess going on right now with couples. Who do we think has been the most controversial couple, and who do you want to leave behind in 2023 when it comes down to any news or updates?
Jada and Will gotta go.
Jada and Will gotta go?
Yeah,
I don't want to know their business no more. Stop giving her the mic.
I know, yeah, like why?
They gotta go.
Like why is she still even relevant? But what was like your breaking point with Jada and Will? What was like, all right, I'm done with these two?
She said that they haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time, and she was surprised he was calling her that. And I was like, what? The marriage is such a sacred thing.
To some people.
Okay, but let's talk about general. But marriage should be a sacred thing if you're putting your vows and you whatever. But she was like, I'm surprised he's even calling me his wife. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. We're partners. She's such trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jada did not come out good after these last. For the longest time, I was like, "Hey, man, I want that Will and Jada love, man. Jada, that's a real woman." And now I was like, I pass.
She just redeemed herself in my eyes right now.
You guys are friends now?
Yeah, after that.
Friends?
Thank God. Holy
She's like,
go full
she's
circle
like,
moment.
I'm on the edge of my
you're
seat
her
right now.
friend, but she's not your friend.
That's
circle
okay.
moment.
That's okay. I'm used to one-sided
God.
bullshit like that.
Y'all going with this narrative.
I'm
He's
used-
a cool
I'm used to
guy.
He's all right. He's over there. He's fine. Artie, who would you leave behind in 2023?
Yeah, like I said, I agree. Will and Jada gotta go.
Gotta go.
They gotta go. You know why though? It's because we expect Blue and Rock to do stupid shit. Let's keep it real. Offset and Cardi. I mean,
They're not wild.
they're not like, I don't hear about them all the time, and it sounds like the stuff that they're going through is just stuff that happens
It's
to
cheating.
any kind of couples these days, but they just happen to be in the limelight. But the weird spectacle shit that comes from Will and Jada, like, that shit needs to stop.
Yeah.
Especially because we've had them on such a high pedestal in the black community of like, people really thought like, this is what a
Real
marriage looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is that strong. See, they're not weird. I know Hollywood is weird, but these two, they're making it. And now we find out all this
Yeah.
extra shit.
Been weird.
Yeah, it's not a good look. RC, if you're leaving one of them behind, who you leaving?
Yeah, I have no desire to hear about Blueface and Krishan ever again.
Yeah, true.
Why them?
Ah, fuck.
Why Uncle Blue?
Just personally, I'm just over it. It's so much. We come in here. I feel like every other episode we've had, like they're on the queued up bingo card for sure.
Oh yeah, facts.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no,
they're
Easy
on
to
the
talk
card.
about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just over them.
What
I'm
happened
over
with
it.
them this time?
I wish everybody the best though.
We try.
Like I wish everybody, as
Nah,
someone who's
man.
going into a marriage, I don't even really want to talk about nobody and speak on their marriage because like, what the fuck do we know about any of these people and the
That's true.
intricacies?
They
of
tell
their
us everything.
relationship?
We know what they show
Yeah,
us.
we know-
They
we
show
know
us
what
a lot
they
of
show us.
stupid
Unless
shit.
they're lying. They show us
So,
everything.
Me personally, I like Michelle and Barack. I'm still a big fan of John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. They're
Okay,
cute.
yeah.
So I'd much rather highlight the ones that I do like than to talk
Yeah.
about the ones that I don't, because I'm trying to
Period.
put some good juju
All
out
right,
there.
positive Peter. Okay, I
Positive
respect that. There you go.
Yeah.
Look, if
I like
if
that.
we're gonna talk about positive, the one true black couple I really do love and respect, besides Barack and Michelle, has been LeBron and Savannah.
100%.
LeBron James
Absolutely.
has been a
Stand
good
behind
man.
him. But he always gives her grace, like her flowers. He's like, she's always been behind me, supporting me. Man, she's
How long they been together for?
Over 20.
since
Forever.
high school.
Yeah.
Did you guys not see
Since-
their like biopic?
Since
How they
high
met?
school.
At, like,
I
a
don't know how they
party.
met, but
Yeah, they met at a
Damn.
party. He dropped juice on her. It was like in a movie. They were like reenacting their life. Or
what is it?
something.
The Wood? That's crazy.
No, but yeah, he dropped juice and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then he was like, "I mean,
He's like, hey, I might be the
See-
best player that
no, he was not. No, but she's they're a God fearing family, and all that stuff. And if there is stuff that he be doing behind closed doors, that sucks.
They
But
don't
hopefully
know
they're
that.
not.
And even
Nobody-
if,
don't
even if,
nobody
even
know
if they
nothing.
are, what we see of them is positive. So
But that's what I'm saying.
They're
That's
not-
what I'm
they're
saying.
not
Like
on
whatever they
Twitter,
have behind
like-
closed doors and
Yeah.
whatever.
And they
but
Fuck
handle
my
that
baby
shit.
daddy.
they're very like positive and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Yeah, you
We
know.
see
I
that.
also like Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's a pretty
No.
good couple.
Oh
Absolutely not.
no!
Jay-Z's trash.
Come on,
Done
B.
cheated and
It's your
publicly
boy.
a billion times.
Who made it public?
Hove.
I think that was a plan. I think that whole moment
God.
before
It was- that was-
lemonade shit. I think
no.
that was a plan. I think Beyonce wanted to sell tickets. Her and Jade are too smart.
No.
I think when you get
Jay's not gonna cheat on Beyonce. Why would
you're
you do that?
drunk.
They have like proof
else
of
want
her
him?
cheating.
He's a billionaire. He's a
They be
billionaire.
cheating.
You ever see that one meme of like the up close? I don't know if that was actually Jay-Z or somebody that looked like him, but
Nah,
it said,
that wasn't
imagine.
It wasn't
that
him.
that
No, it
him?
wasn't. It wasn't.
But it's like, imagine Beyonce
Waking
waking
up
up,
to
to this. every
He's a
morning.
billionaire, dog. Like and you know what's crazy is I feel like at this point I've had conversations with, and there's nothing even wrong with this because it is what it is. I like what I like, so girl, you can like what you like. But I've had conversations with women who literally say, I don't really care about that much stuff. As long as he make a lot of money, he could be ugly. I don't
Ooh,
care.
mm-mm.
There's girls who say that.
Nope.
And I'm like, that's cool, shorty. Like what you like. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. I like what I
want
like.
my
and it's
man
nobody's business.
obsessed. There's no way. I don't care how much money you make. Okay, I've dated guys that make a lot of money. I've dated guys that don't make a lot of money. But no, if like we talked about this last time, I make my own bread. If you're not obsessed with me, making sure like it's like the little things. But the money thing, no. I don't think that goes for everybody. And the girls that you talk to that say stuff like that.
But I think there
Get
is a
out.
minimal threshold of how much money, because like guys that have money, and just for example, guys that have money and guys that don't, just because you say guys that don't means that, oh, this man has $20 in his pocket. Like, no, you might just be maybe modest, maybe making 70, 80K a year.
But if
compared to, like,
you
me
have a
making-
good partner, you're gonna want to better yourself to even make more money. So I mean, like you can come in, like let's say my man was a cashier at Albertsons. I mean, like that's my man. He's the best cashier out. Period. But now he's gonna be like, dang, like I got a good woman behind me. Let me go back to school. Let me find something where I can make money so I can bring her flowers on Sunday.
But
so
what
I
if he
can do
was-
this
But he
and
got a
whatever.
time
But what if he
clock on
wasn't
it.
motivated? What if he was like, oh, she's cool with like washing my apron and shit? I'm staying at Albertsons. I get free rotisserie chicken.
Nah.
What would you do
Nah.
if he wasn't just on his
Nah.
fucking ready to go
It's-
to the gym 2
But
days a week
that's
type
a
shit?
different conversation. If I see something like that and I'm like, dang, you're trying to better yourself because you have me. I love that and cool. I'm gonna support you while you better yourself. But if I see you and you're not doing shit and I'm like, bye.
But you met him at Albertsons. You knew what he did there. He checked you out.
Nah.
He beats that paper and plastic.
Nah, look,
and that's fine. and that's
He
fine.
He
but
said,
no.
"Man, do you want to use your Albertsons rewards card?" You said, "Damn," you know what I'm saying?
Like, damn, he's
He thought he had it.
like
No.
like I hope she really is like that because I want to believe that there's
Still
women that
there.
exist like this.
There
So
are
I
women
hope
that
you
exist
really are
like that. There are absolutely women that exist like that because I've dated men with a lot of money and they cheat and I'm out. There's no way. Because if you have that much money and you still cheat, you're always going to cheat, period. So, like, there's no point in being with you because there's a million other men that are going to treat you better. They probably won't cheat as often or they probably cheat more quietly. But
It's
I
all.
know.
I think cheating is just based on the person, but that's a whole other subject when it comes down to how
Yeah.
men, women, whoever the case is. I
Nah.
think it's all based on who that person is, regardless of status and stature and what you.
But
do.
I have heard of that. I've had friends that say like, "Oh, well, I don't care as long as he's like taking care of me." I'm like, yeah,
Look, I'd rather somebody be honest about this shit.
Yeah,
to-
just be
I mean,
honest
there's
about
millions of different people out there. Fidelity isn't number one on everybody's list. That's just the reality. I mean, look
True,
at Will
true.
and Jada.
Yeah.
That's so
They're
true.
over there having
I mean,
entanglement.
It's just
But-
different strokes
right.
for different folks.
But they have open relationships. I'm talking about
Again,
like
that's
people that are
fidelity.
in closed, like exclusive, we're together relationships.
Yeah,
I mean, polygamy's on the rise, man.
It is.
I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
but
shit's
but
wild.
something
crazy.
something about what she
Chewy
said.
got 4 wives.
Something about what she said that like is something important for those girls who just like I don't care as long as he take care of me type of girl. There's something that I think a level of love that comes from when somebody is down with you when you don't have your everything together. You know what I'm saying? And then they stick with you till it's right. I think that there's a different caliber, like a different level of love, especially from a man. Cause like, cause to be real, like, bro, when we going through shit, like, yeah, we got our homies, but then it's like we don't get a lot of like compassion and shit like that. So if you're down in the dumps and you really got a girl who's down for you, you really in your head like, bro, I'll do anything for this girl. And then when you have everything, you really will be that dude like, I'll do anything for this, and she deserves it. She was there when I was struggling, and she picked my head up when I was like, damn, I ain't got no.
I'm just saying, I think to make dating easier in today's world, you just have to be completely open and transparent. You know what I'm saying? You have to say what you want, and if that's what you want, stick to it. If you want to date somebody that you might meet that might be down kind of in the dumps or trying to work their way up, but you're dating and you're like, hey, like I know you're going to school, you're doing this and stuff like that. I know you're trying to be better, then cool, I support you. Then we grow. But if they're not on that type of talk, if they're
Oh,
on like,
yeah.
hey, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a conversation you have when you're
it's-
starting to date
Yeah.
them. You
But-
can tell who's gonna try to be better and who's not.
But I feel like that's like the hidden part of conversation that a lot of people on both sides don't have. And it's like, oh, you still working there? We've been together for you. What are you gonna do? Like you're still, you know what I'm saying? Like and then that's when people get.
I think
shit
and also
I
talk
want to
about
make a quick
realistic
point though.
timeframes, too.
A
Oh,
quick
go ahead.
point. No hate to people that are cashiers or anything like that, because there are some people that are totally okay with living their life like that.
Yeah.
Because they minimalistic. Just I'm good with what I get by with. There's no hate in that.
There's no hate, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When my first job I ever had was at Target. I had to stop playing basketball. First job I ever had was at Target. There was a guy that worked there. His name is John. John, I hope if you ever watch this, what's up? I guess.
What's up, I
that
guess,
man-
I'm about to kick your back in, but what's
I'm sorry, John. I'm gonna have to be honest, brother. He's been working at the same Target in my hood back in the West Side for years. Ever since that Target opened, since I was a kid, he knew my mom and my dad. Like they knew him. I grew up.
crazy.
I got a job. This motherfucker's still there in the same department with the same haircut.
Damn.
That shit scared the shit out of me. That was a don't do drugs right there because I'm like, I'm not staying here.
But some people
Is
want
John
to
on
do
drugs?
that.
Which is no, he wasn't on drugs, but I mean just like a
It was
like scared streets. Like when they bring the little bad kids to jail.
No,
You know what I'm
but
saying? Like,
I-
yeah, you want to be in jail? Like, no, I don't want to stay here. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but I've seen people. There's like a huge, like if you like look at studies or like if I don't know if you guys are into that, like economics wise, there's huge amount of people leaving corporate jobs, making 6-7 figures, and then going to be a barista, a musician that does semi-weekly gigs because they're like, I don't want to live this lifestyle that's so unhappy. You have to be 9 to 5 versus someone that works at Target. They're like, I work at Target. It's cool. I
Low
get paid,
stress.
pay my rent. I live happy.
I'm
you
never
gotta take it home with you.
Yeah, look, I'm not knocking anybody for his job, and if you're happy, you have to be. It's kind of a blessing to do something that you love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
hey,
you might
yeah.
love Target.
He might love Target. Yeah,
I love
but
Target.
That shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, oh no, you don't. And thank God because I still love Target to go as a consumer, but that shit scared me, boy.
Yeah, if it fulfills you, I think that's what it comes down to.
I was
if
was
it's
shaking. Like,
if
Aaron, you
it's
good? I'm like,
fulfilling.
yeah, I'm fine.
If he's fulfilled every day, like where he feels like on a day-to-day basis, he's like at his core, he's happy. You know what I'm saying? Then that's cool. But I think for a lot of people, like that's really what it is.
Yep.
Is they know that shit doesn't fulfill them, and then they get caught in this little cyclical process of I pay my bills and then I barely got enough money to do this, and then they're stuck at Target, but then they never expand their horizons. So
Well, I think that's a lot of people now because everything's so damn expensive nowadays. But all right, but let's just go ahead and wrap up this conversation. So I'm just gonna ask everybody one more time: who are they leaving in 2023?
Jada and Will.
Okay, who are you leaving in 2023 as a couple?
I'm taking Jay-Z and Beyonce into 2024.
Okay, but
I'm taking them with you.
All right, man. Blueface and Chris.
thank you,
Rock,
man.
dog.
Look, I
What's
know
up,
you're
positive
positive.
P?
Okay, you're a beautiful person. You're better than us. You're better than me.
I'm a straight hater.
Yeah, all right. I appreciate
it a buck.
you. I'm hating Hank. You're positive Paul. All right?
Hating Hank.
Artie, who you leaving?
I say leave Will, Jada, Blue, and Rock, and give Offset and Cardi a chance if they want to.
I think
He keeps cheating. No, do not give him no more chances.
Well, she don't care about him cheating. That's between them.
No, she does
apparently.
care.
Oh,
That's
well
why
then
she
why
left
she?
him.
Okay, well then.
But if she goes back, then I don't want to hear it. If she goes back, I know
Yeah,
they
she
got
go
kids
back.
together, but if she go back,
he's not gonna.
We're gonna
stop-
have to save this for
Ladies,
another day, but I
he's not
disagree
gonna
with
stop
that
cheating.
that way of thinking. It's like, oh, if you go back, then I don't want to hear it.
He's not gonna stop cheating, ladies.
I don't disagree. I don't.
you
agree.
can't save them.
Cheaters cheat. They don't stop cheating. They get better at it.
Wow,
Absolutely.
That's terrible.
They don't. They
Absolutely,
Don't. They get
and that's
better.
why I said I don't agree with that sentiment. Like, oh, come back, because personal experience. I was with someone for a long time, and I would always go back to them because I was always like the potential of them finally being good to me. But he only got better at cheating, like way better, and I was like, damn, you had me played.
Deb, you good? Like,
Yeah.
but isn't I kind of proving my point of like if she does go back,
Yeah,
knowing
so then
that
what does that say about Cardi B then? She willingly gave him a chance.
Well,
If
it's
you
the father
forgive
of her
him-
children, though. Like, you always want to work that out, and that's why she kept giving him chances.
But if you're gonna keep getting the shit, and you guys can be co-parents and not have to be together,
yeah, but it's hard to not be together.
is it
You
though?
have kids.
I've-
You took half of both of you and made one person. That's hard to get
people
away
done that shit
from.
on one night stands, or people done that shit by accident.
But
you
they
know what
were
I'm saying?
in love, so that's hard. It's different when you don't know the person. You get
That
pregnant
goal
on a
line
one night
is-
stand.
Boy, that goalpost is running.
You my dog, and we've agreed for 94% of this show.
Yeah.
But that right, I can't fly with that one. My parents, for an example, they're better off as homies and co-parents than they ever
No.
were together.
I'm not saying that I'm for it. I'm not saying
yeah,
that.
okay,
I'm
okay, I got
saying
you.
that like the sentiment of being like, I don't want to hear it if you go back to them, because I was one of those girls, and I commend
And you
my
wanted them to hear
best
it.
friends for always listening to me when I cried until I finally was over it. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. And they were like, we stuck by you because we knew you were going to get to this point. But that sentiment of being like, no, fuck you. If you're not over that person, you keep going back to them because you will always.
But wouldn't it get exhausting? Because I'm sure we all have that
It
friend.
is
that's ever done-
exhausting.
Like, hey, like Chewy, don't date her, bro. Don't do
No,
it. Like,
I
hey,
have
okay.
no.
And
Like,
like, don't date him, you know what
I
I'm saying?
have friends like that are still calling me crying about the same guy, and it is exhausting. But I'm never gonna be like, don't tell me, because I know at one point she's gonna get over it, and she's gonna be like, all right, I gotta step up for
Yeah,
myself.
she
now.
might not get over those. There's some people still in that situation that are still dating.
And if she doesn't, then girl, I'm gonna be at the wedding being like, happy for you, but shit.
Yeah,
Sitting
but shit,
right
you don't want to
next
hear it.
Sarah, Jessica.
I don't want to hear it, but I want to. But I'm gonna be there for her.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I feel
It's a
that.
girl thing.
I
Men
respect
don't
that.
understand.
No, for real, we don't. Because for guys, I'll tell my homies straight up.
Yeah,
I'll be
just
like,
don't
yo,
understand.
I'm after the situation we had, I'm gonna go back to this girl, but if something happens, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna call you. And then
Okay.
and guys be like, yep,
Don't
hey,
worry
cool.
about it.
I'm just gonna
America!
eat shit. Yeah, I'm just
Fuck
gonna eat the shit.
yeah!
But yeah, like I said, I think we missed my point was if Cardi doesn't care that he's cheating,
She
and
does
they
care.
they come back together, and she decides at that point, you know what, he's just gonna cheat because he's offset.
Yeah, but you're Cardi B. You could probably throw a nickel and find another
Yeah,
dude
so-
that you could be with.
She
Yeah,
got her
but
leg
he's not
back
gonna be
already a few
offset.
times.
You know
She
what I'm
has
saying?
talked about that.
Oh, well, then what are we talking about? But hey, that's
You're not
episode
gonna find
45.
another Offset, man.
Thank you again to the lovely and wonderful Jay Alexa for being the first return guest on the pod.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, yo. You're dope. You're
always a
hilarious.
pleasure.
You're very insightful. You're always welcome on the big
Great
sexy
guest.
red, as we call it, on the couch. How can they follow you?
Instagram, TikTok, JAY.ALEXAA. Jay Alexa.
There you go. Doubled your following in your IG following in a month. That's what we heard. In a couple
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Damn.
6 months.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
great. That's
Amazing.
incredible.
See, when Southpaw said
But
that,
not
you were
easy to
like,
do.
yeah, you know, like shit, you know, type shit.
It
you
wasn't
know.
type shit, but like I don't like. It's funny. I do the social media stuff, but like if anyone ever pulls up my videos, I'm like, or like the other
Yeah.
day I told him I was driving, leaving the gym,
Mhm.
busted, no makeup, no nothing, like a good workout. Girl pulls up next to me and she's like, pull my window down. She's like, I follow you on
Damn.
TikTok, and I was
That's
like,
dope.
oh my god, I look like shit. And
See?
but she's like, oh my god, I love your videos, and I do get really embarrassed, not because I looked a certain way, but because when people do tell me they follow me, I'm like, thank you for supporting me. But it is very like not embarrassing listening to someone pull up my videos because I'm like kind of cringy sometimes.
No,
So
but-
when you guys say it, I'm like,
See, look, at least you get recognized at a cool place like the gym. I got recognized at a Burger King, all right, on the west side, on 83rd. Like, hey, you're the guy on the radio? I was like, yeah. They're like, hey, that's tight. I'm like, thanks.
I got
Thanks.
recognized on a dark street in like at 12:30 a.m.
And we talked about this last time.
So I don't like that.
We know that
Well,
story.
Well, you cut the beard off, so now nobody knows
True.
who you are anymore.
Yeah.
All right,
Now I got a
Artie, how
baby
can
face.
they follow you, big guy?
ARDYREAPZ on TikTok and Instagram, and don't forget to go on to Webtoons and check out my series Moonlight Wasteland.
Nice. Join the Artie party.
Join the Artie
There you
party.
go.
Let's go.
RC, how can they follow you?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG and TikTok.
Hey, man. Hey, you got some pictures of me, too, you took from. Can I get those pictures?
From
No.
what day?
From Whiskey Row?
I'm so sorry.
He
Oh,
said, "Can I
yeah,
get
yeah,
that bread
yeah.
first?"
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay.
I'll invoice you later. Don't worry about it.
Shit, Gibby's gonna pay it. Now follow my boy Gibby _Visions. Follow my boy DJ Southpaw. Hey, shout out to the birthday boy in the building. My dog Jesus Crust, Chewy.
Radio
Follow
Chewy.
him. Yo,
Radio
without
Chewy.
you stressing and running all over this goddamn small studio, this would not be possible.
True.
All
Period.
right.
I know I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and sleep.
Nice. How can I follow you on Instagram?
At Radio Chewy. Radio CHEWY.
Chewy's literally the
Nice.
mascot of the show. This guy.
Let's
For
go.
real?
Am I?
Like,
Not
fuck
really.
you, where's Chewy? No, you are. They tell me. They're like, you suck, Chewy's
Ooh.
great. People.
Next time Jay Alexa here though, you got to bring some boxing gloves because she getting on my goddamn nerves.
And don't piss me off. How can they find you, Aaron?
She got them claws. Oh, thank you. Follow me at DJ Aaron Michael. The A Team, the Calvary, the chewables / the crusty.
We'll go with chewables.
The Krusty
chewables,
Krab.
The crusty
Krusty
crabs.
Krab.
We gotta get you
Artie
one.
party.
No.
Artie party. The Paw Patrol, and then the giblets.
Giblets.
Oh gosh, yo, the Queued Up Podcast, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Yo, like the video. Like it. We are out. America. Come on.